Hi everyone, this is Kimber with Curvy Heart Face Painting. This right here is my grandma. Hey, say hi, Grandma.
Hi.
She doesn't want to open her eyes because she's afraid she's going to get blinded by the lights. I asked her what she wanted to be, and she said she liked Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas, which made me super happy. I'll show you the surprise we made at the end of the video because I think it's super cute and adorbs. We're gonna get started. So today you're gonna need white. You're gonna need melted black. You're gonna need a pink, if I can get it, a pink and a red. Ta-da. And what I did is for Sally's skin, because it's a blue, white, gray kind of color, sometimes it looks teal, sometimes it has many variations. So what I decided to do was take one of my old whites, add a little bit of my teal, and some black from my gray from a previous face paint, and I made this concoction. So I'm going to take a sponge, and this is what we're going to apply for Grandma for her skin. But first we're going to do her eye sockets. So we're going to take our handy dandy squirt bottle. And we're going to spray it to the face paint because this is water activated. And we're going to take a sponge to her eyes instead of a brush, so that way it's not as much paint on her eyelids. And we're going to just fill in the eye sockets and out a little bit. So we're going to give her like a wing eye type tip. So my sponge is loaded, but I forgot to spray it first. So we're going to add some more water to make sure that it can absorb and hold the liquid. So what we're going to do first is always test it out on yourself because you can't always reapply, or you can. So it's kind of spotty, so I want it to be more smooth. So I'm going to spray the sponge with my little squirt bottle again. And we're going to see just a little bit of water. It goes a long way. So we're going to test this out on our eye socket. Okay, Grandma, I'm going to put my hand here. All right, and then we're going to go for your eye socket. I know, it feels weird, huh?
Mm-mm.
No?
Mm-mm.
Good. No, you can talk.
Mm-mm.
All right, we're going to get this all nice and sponged in the eye socket area. And it's okay if we go out a little bit because Sally has really big eyes. All right, if you want to look at the camera, Grandma, you can. All right, do a soft close. So very light close. We're gonna try to get in your crevices right here. There you go.
Crevices. That's a grandma thing.
Crevice. It's a little kid thing too. I had a little kid. They were like, "Do you want me to do a hard close or a soft close?" And I was like, "You can do a soft close." And he goes, "Yeah." And so he did it. I'm like, "Pretend you're sleeping. Eye close, not a." And so that's how we work it out. All right, we're gonna do it with this one too. Close your eyes. And try to get them as similar the other side as possible. I'm going up a little bit over her eyebrow. She has pretty natural blonde hair, so it gets covered really easily by the white. Don't look at me. I'm gonna go down a little bit more on this cheek. All right, and a little bit over here. We're gonna lift up a little bit. Show your face. Everything I say to my grandma is with love, and she knows this. And she's just as bad as me. So I'm going to take the sponge. I'm going to try to clean up some of the slightly rounded areas. That's my grandma's dog, Daisy. She doesn't know if she likes me or hates me, so this will be interesting if she bites my ankles. Okay, so Grandma has white eye sockets. And now I'm going to use the same white brush, or white sponge. I'm going to make sure I spray this just where the white was, and then I'm going to spray that color I made, this guy. And experiment. Find what color you want. If you want to stick with the baby blue color, stick with the baby blue color. I experimented and played around with her and found just the right color I wanted. So this one, there you go. Yeah. I might add a little bit of black to it. And because, you know, once you get stuff on, you could always play around with it. Nothing's ever permanent in face painting. All you do is add some more water. I'll add a little bit of gray to it, and we're gonna paint it. I'm gonna paint it on here because I want it to get as much on here as possible. So, all right, I'm gonna set that brush on the side because I don't want it to get wetter than it already is, and I'm gonna respray because, like I said, I don't want this to get dry super fast. All right, and so we're just going to go around her eye, and we're gonna go down her cheek. But I think it's super cool that she wants to do Nightmare Before Christmas. I think that's pretty much her coloring. I'm gonna go on your lips. It's okay, it's not poisonous. I'm sure it doesn't taste good either. All right. So when you sponge paint on, it does a nice thin coat. So it doesn't, when it dries, it doesn't get super, super crusty. It's not super caked on. So, are you okay? All right. So I'm going to reapply some more of the paint to this sponge. And I'm going to add a little bit more green to it because I feel like it's fading because of the white underneath. So we're gonna have that. So Grandma, why don't you talk about your hobbies? Okay, Kat has never had your tongue before.
Okay, crocheting.
Yeah?
Candy Crush.
Candy Crush, what level are you on with Candy Crush?
1,000 something.
1,000 something.
What?
You just cracked me up.
You?
She used to be really big on, what's that farming one? Farmville?
Several years ago.
Oh, sorry, I'm a little bit behind the times, Grandma. All right, so I reapplied, and we're just going to blend. This is like ghost makeup. She asked me not to do her chin and neck area, which is unnecessary. So
why did you have to even bring their attention to it?
Bring attention to what? No one is gonna care. So we're gonna just keep applying around the eye and around the nose, and you might need to press in a little harder on the nose because of the crevices. If this was a little bit greener, I swear you would be a witch. And don't act like you're not happy about that. You like being a witch for Halloween.
Yep, I've been a good witch.
I think everyone in our family could be a good witch.
No, I make it excellent. I look good as a witch.
You look good as a witch?
Mm-hmm. Got the face for it.
What are you talking about? You don't have a witch face. All right, we're gonna go a lot of sponging for this. And you could smear, but if you see, it leaves like that smear line. I don't know if we have any Birdcage fans. It's a movie with Robin Williams.
I know the movie, but I don't know what it has to do with the smear.
Well, when he's like, okay, well, if you're gonna try to be straight, you gotta act like a man. So what you're gonna need to do is, instead of, you butter your toast.
Forget about it.
Okay.
I didn't watch it.
I thought you said you knew. Anyways,
exactly
he's
what
telling
it
him
is.
he can't smear the butter on a toast. He has to spread.
Oh, okay, got it.
So, all right.
It's
Look that
just-
way?
I was not a big Robin Williams fan.
I don't know if I can be your granddaughter anymore.
Well, I hated Mrs. Doubtfire.
What? Oh my goodness. How am I your granddaughter?
I had nothing to do with it.
Oh dear Lord, I love this. Makes me happy. Okay, so now we have her foundation, we have her eyes, and we have her eyes, and we have her face. We're practically done. So I'm going to take one of my smaller brushes. Let's see. We're going to take our skinny, this one that I use so much, and we're going to take our handy dandy spray bottle, and we're going to spray down our black. We're going to start the stitches. So remember, you always swirl, and I got a little white left over from when I was playing around with her coloring, but that's okay. You just go where the black is, and you just swirl. I normally like to twist my paint so it comes off a little sharp. Oh wait, see, a little sharper.
Your brush.
Focus, my brush. Yes, my brush comes off a little sharper. Okay, so we're gonna do her mouth. Ding. I'm gonna have you look over this way. There we go. Hey, we could have done a Joker. See, I love my grandmas because they're young at heart and they always want to experiment and have fun with me. I'm very blessed. They're the reasons why I am the way I am. Well, one of the reasons I am the way I am. Creatively. This one and my other grandma Candy, they both taught me how to sew, which I love to do just for fun. All right, look at me. All right, so in the cartoon, her face isn't symmetrical with her smile lines. That's okay. So now we're going to do the one that goes from, I'm gonna have you look that way. We're gonna have it go from here across her forehead from behind her eyes. So we're gonna start at the forehead like this. You know Desi is gonna love this, right? Her and Nathan's favorite movie. All right. So we're gonna let that dry. Grandma, you wanna fan your face?
Oh, sure.
Yep, Sally just has a massive stitch across her face. Yep. All right, now we're gonna outline her eyes. So we're gonna start here. And we're gonna follow the white. We're gonna go to about right here. And then we're gonna stop and we're going to try to make it go out a little bit like that. Okay? Grandma, you totally look like the Joker right now. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait till you put the red lipstick on.
Right. All right, I'm gonna have you look at me. Over here. Okay. We're gonna go from the inside of your eye, and we're going to go up. We're going to go around like that, and we're going to come down. So we're going to make like a kind of like a sharp point right here. And then because Sally is like stitched together, she has stitches for her eyelashes, so we're going to be doing kind of like very sharp eyelashes. So we're going to go like 1, 2, 1, 2. And because you're doing this, I had another request for Jack Skellington, so we can do like a couples thing.
What?
Not today. All right, and then last eyelash. We're gonna do that. All right, and I'm gonna put her eye right here. Because if we put it on the eyelid, every time Grandma blinks, it's gonna be like black everywhere. But if we put it like she's looking down, all Grandma sees is a little black dot right here, huh? I love it. Okay. So now we're going to outline the other eye. So like I said, try before, try to make the little indent on the side of the face. I'm going to have you look more that way. There we go. And no, I'm not manhandling my grandma. For anyone who feels concerned for the elderly. Just kidding, grandma. Sorry. Okay. I'm going to put my finger on her nose to help balance.
I'm fine.
I said balance me, not you.
Oh.
Oh, God, grandma.
You're going to balance yourself on the end of my nose.
I had to balance my finger. Okay. So now Sally's going to have a nice thick black line under her eye. Because grandma had to laugh at me. Gosh, grandma. Alright. So now, just to make things symmetrical because of this, like you do with kids, you're going to have to make hiccups or laughter or their movements work for you. And like my motto, or one of the things I love to do, is nice big black thick lines. So that's what we're going to have to do today. And I am okay with that. So we're going to go like that. And we're going to go up into the eyebrow line. Follow the curve of the white eye you made. And constantly reapply the black because you're putting paint on dry paint already. Sometimes it's going to snag. So you just need to make sure your brush is nice and fully loaded. All right, Grandma, I'm going to have you look this way. All right. So I'm just going to have to thicken up the line a little bit, not too much. Right here. To make the other side look a little bit like that. Yeah, there we go. There. Okay. And breathe, Grandma, breathe. We're almost done. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna have you look at me, so make sure that your eyelashes are pretty even. Kind of look like barbed wire.
It's supposed to look like V's.
Yeah, I'm painting V's. Sometimes I'm overlapping the V's, but the V's are there.
It'll be great.
I love your faith in me. Okay, so we are done with our eyelashes. We are now going to paint the eyeball. So the eyeball on this side is looking down this way, so we're going to paint this eyeball to right here. Close your eyes. It's creepy when you stare at me.
Don't make me move.
I'm trying. Okay, compose yourself. No, I need a moment.
You compose yourself.
I'm working on it. Okay. All right. Down a little bit. There we go. Okay. So you can put Sally's eye wherever you want. This is just one place I really wanted to put it because it made it look like she's like looking down at Zero, about to pet him. I once painted a wooden photo prop cutout of Sally and Jack on the Moon. I loved it. Okay, so now we're gonna start on her stitches, on her forehead, and work our way to the mouth.
What about the other eye?
I mean, I already did the other eye.
Oh.
I'm just too fast for you, aren't I? All right, so we're gonna cover the top. I'm gonna have you look that way. We're gonna cover right here. We're gonna make an X right here, and then we're gonna do a solid black. This is a lot of black in one area, but once we put the highlights from the stitches, make sure that the black is from our eyelashes is gonna be over it, and highlight it with a little bit of like a gray. It'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. And so then we're gonna do another line right here. Make sure y'all can see that. Look more that way, Grandma. And then another X. Looks like a pretty little star. I mean, depends on how morbid you are, but I am pretty morbid. I think that's cute. All right, and now we're gonna do the mouth. The mouth is gonna have slightly smaller stitches. We're gonna do a line and an X, another line and an X, and then I'm gonna have you come look over here at me. And we're gonna do an X first on this one. We're gonna do a line. Oh, you know what? We should have stopped and gotten you a wooden spoon with holes in it. It's just a prop from the movie. When she served her evil professor guy that made her, she served him poison, but he wanted her to drink it first, so she got a spoon with holes in it and took a sip out of that, but there's nothing in it because of holes. Anyways, okay. So we're going to do a little, this is the smallest brush I have. I'm going to clean off this brush because it has a lot of buildup from the black and everything, and we want it to have a fresh start. We're going to clean it up so it's almost brand spanking new. I'm going to spray our black with some more of the spray bottle, and let's fan you. Grandma, you can be a princess. Ready? All right. So I got a little bit of black on it. And what we're going to do is we're going to add little like stitch outlines to make it look like the stitches went into the skin. You don't have to be like super detailed, just a light brush. There. It's just small little C's, little half circles, a few, like a centimeter separate from the line. Show like, not skin irritation, but you know, all right, I'm gonna have you look that way. All right, and we're gonna do around this. If we go a little thick, that's okay. Again, if you do this on anyone other than yourself, you're your worst critic. Anyone else is gonna love it. And be like, oh my gosh, I totally know who you are. But she can't go into any fun parties with this one because all of her mask will come off, or it'll come off because of her face mask that she'll have to wear. So.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, we could always do the upper half. All right, so these are bigger stitches, so we're gonna do slightly bigger in-ground. I'm gonna have you look more that way. Slightly thicker. If you notice, the smaller stitches down here have a little less indentation than the big guys. All right, so up here she only has 2. So, sorry for the shadowing. And do that X, that X. This X. And if you can't see it, I'll make sure to remove my hand here in a second. All right, so, Grandma, can you look that way? There. See like the indentations on the skin. Now you're gonna make sure you clean off that super tiny brush. This, wait. This little tiny brush. Super clean, because now we're gonna get into a white. But not our really nice brand new white. We're gonna get our dirty white. One of our dirty whites. You doing okay, Grandma? Okay. We're gonna take our dirty white and we're gonna primarily use right here because we don't want to stain our brand new white. That's why whenever you're on your last legs with some of your other whites, you always want to keep them around because they always come in handy if you need black or if you need, like we had to make up this whole new color for Sally's face. So I'm dipping a little bit into the gray right here because we don't want it to be super white. I mean, it can be white. It's all your preference. I want mine a little gray so that way I can, it's different from color from the eyes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna outline her stitches with it. Just right next to them. So it looks like 2 lines. You're drawing parallel to the black. So it adds extra dimension to your stitches. Yeah. So there's that, and then this one for the mouth. There you go. And you want to look that way? try to look up at your mirror. Over there. There you go. All right. And like this. So when we do the ones up top above the eyelashes, it'll be a lot easier to identify what is eyelashes and what are stitches. Now, if you just are doing this at home and you want to use a makeup kit, you can totally do this with a makeup kit. Just get some blue eyeshadow and some close to white powder from Dollar Tree or whatnot, and you can powder your face to look this color blue, put the white powder around your eyes, or get a white eyeliner brush or pencil or whatever you want. And now we're doing the big stitches. And you can take another from Dollar Tree or cheap waterproof eyeliner you have, like a liquid eyeliner, and you could outline all these stitches and it would have the same, if not a smoother effect of my paintbrush. But Sally's claymation. So right now I'm going to just do her forehead ones real quick, and that one's a little bit more difficult for y'all to see. But how you doing, Grandma?
Good.
Good.
Don't you say that they should have hypoallergenic stuff?
Yes. Why, thank you. My grandma is going to help me with telling you guys what kind of paint I use. I use very hypoallergenic paint. I've used it for 2-3 years now. It's mostly Tag and where is it? Buggles Pro. Everything I use is water based, so no oils. It won't affect oily skin. None of that. So I accidentally went over her eyelashes. So I'm going back over with the black because eyelashes are above the stitch, or are over the stitches. I see some of them have dried out, so I'm going to add a little bit of black to that. Okay, now we are going to take our one brush or one sponge that we use. All right, still moist, but we're going to spray it down, and we're going to keep that blue from her skin on it, and we are going to dab it with the pink, and we are going to give Grandma some blush. So you don't need, if you notice, like whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. This is a new camera angle for me, so you don't need a whole lot, and you can test it out on yourself. There, just a nice light blush that we're going to give Grandma or Sally. Just right here. Probably should have done this before you did the stitches, but I always like it to do it last because it's like a nice little finishing. You don't want too much. There you go. Just a nice little rosy, because after all, she is dead. And to have blush, you need, blood. No? You tell me no? Go a little bit more under the eye right here. All right. Well, doesn't blood rushing to your face give you the blushing look?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. She doesn't want to talk, and so she gets all flustered when I try to get her to talk to me. So now we're going to take our red, and we're going to take a rounded brush. And if you have red lipstick at home, use red lipstick. This Grandma's going to wash off in a little bit after she shows it to my aunt and uncle, because, she doesn't want to be walking around like this all afternoon.
I will.
You will? Yes. See? Gotta love Grandmas. All right, I'm going to paint your lips. Sally has very thin lips. So we're just going to take the brush and we're going to just brush along here. I mean, I want my Grandma Sally to have Grandma Sally, Grandma Lita, but today you're Grandma Sally.
You're not supposed to say people's names.
I'm not saying your last name, even though they already know what it is because my last name is the same as yours. Okay, don't purse your lips like you're mad at me. It's gonna make this look like you're a drag queen. We're almost done. I promise. right, so while we were getting this ready and we were trying to figure out how we wanted to do it, I was wondering about Grandma wearing a wig, but we don't have a wig. So we decided to make one because my grandma is very crafty herself, and she and so she showed me a bunch of her yarn, and I made a Sally wig. So now that Grandma's done, we're gonna pull this, and I'm gonna go like that. We're gonna drape it a little sideways. Yes, I know there's more orange than Sally has in her hair, but I thought that was cute. All right, Grandma as Sally for Halloween. Look more that way. Close your eyes. Tilt your head.
Which way?
Like this.
No.
All right. No, that works perfectly. I love it. All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching my Grandma Does Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas. And she was a great sport. And thank you guys for watching. And this is Curvy Heart Face Paintings. All right. I'll see you guys later.
Oh my gosh.
You like it?
Covering up some of my stitches. Oh, there you go. Get those eyebrows out there.
You happy with it?
Looks like an old Sally to me.
You used to look young to me.
What?
You look young.
Okie dokie. Kind of weird with two eyeballs.